In this lesson, we are going to walk through how to set up a port forward on your RE1 and/or RE2 router. Before you begin to set up your port forward on the router user interface, you want to make sure you have the following information available. First, make sure you have the IP address of the device that the port forward is for, the port or port numbers that need to be opened for that device, and the protocol for those ports, whether it is TCP, UDP, or both. Once you have that information available, you can log into your RE1 or RE2 user interface, and then you want to click on the Port Forward menu option from the dashboard. First thing you need to do is click on Add New Item. You want to go ahead and name your item. In my case, it is the Mirage Music Server, so I'm going to describe it as Mirage. I know that my protocol for my port is TCP, and my active WAN port is my WAN 1. My external and internal port are going to be the same. And my internal IP address, because my Mirage Music Server is on DHCP, the router automatically populates the information for me. I click on Apply, and as soon as it applies the port forward, we can go ahead and test to make sure that the actual port is open. In order to do so, we want to open up a new browser tab. And if you are off the job site, you can navigate to yougetsignal.com. Select the port forwarding tester, and then type or copy and paste in the public IP address for your network and then the port number that you are trying to open for that device. If you click on check and it shows open, then you know your port has been opened successfully. Now, if you are on the job site, then you can navigate to canyouseeme.org. It will automatically populate the public IP address for your network. You would just type in the port to check and then click Check Port. In my case, because I am off the job site, I went ahead and just typed in yougetsignal.com in my address bar, pasted in my remote address, and then checked the port number I was trying to open. Another way that you can test this specific example for HTT port 80 is by automatically opening up a browser, type in the public IP address and the port you were trying to open, and if it opens up to that user interface, you know you successfully opened up the actual port. As another example, if you are setting up a port forward for SSH port 22 or Telnet port 23, then you are able to utilize a terminal software to test your port forwarding rules. If you are having any issues with the port forward, or if it shows up as closed, then you may want to double check the port forward setup on the router user interface, and you also may want to double check the port on your actual device itself to make sure that it is open locally. Thank you for joining us today with setting up a port forward on an RE1 and an RE2 router.